Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ, anyị ekene unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi tata. Anyị sị unu ụtụtụ ọma, efifie ọma, mgbede ọma, site na ngara ebe isi wee na-esoyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa na Igbo midia, bụ ebe anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ ife gbara ọkpụrụkpụ na-eme na ana Igbo dị iche iche, obodo dị iche iche na ana Igbo na obodo nke anyị nọ n'ime ya. Dịka o si dị, ọbụna nke a bụ mgbọsị izizi gị ị na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ na Igbo midia, ekabalụ ka imetụ aka n'ebe a na-acha red and subscribe ọ, share ekwe ya, gbakwa ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ka fasịsọ anyị na-esonyekwara anyị n'ihe anyị na-eme.
To the next level. That next level is to make sure that during this particular year, for the remembrance of fallen heroes of Biafra, we are not just remembering them, we are also using that opportunity to wake up the subconsciousness of Biafra people to know the importance of this particular self-referendum. My fellow Biafrans, this self-referendum is a history in the making. You know, when we were talking about those who have conducted self-referendum before, even though there is no government anywhere openly backing the Biafra referendum at this point, but we have seen where it has become necessary, even in some Russian-speaking part of Ukraine. And they conducted the self-referendum backed by Russia. However, our own case is completely different. It is what is going to work for us. And we have finally found a solution to Nigeria terrorist state, because you know, they thought that if you talk about referendum, they will say, oh, it is not in the constitution. The constitution of Nigeria is incomplete. The constitution of Nigeria is a fraud, not just about us, not just about the referendum, but everybody, including those who still believe in one Nigeria today, has condemned Nigeria constitution. Even when they still believe in Nigeria, they have condemned the constitution. They say the constitution is fraudulent. They say the constitution is a military decree. They say the constitution is not a constitution, yet they are still romancing that constitution. So we don't have constitution. We are not validating Nigeria constitution, and that was demonstrated during the last election. We have given vote of no confidence for anybody serving Nigeria within Biafra territory. All these things are on record. We voted them and said that they don't represent Biafra. For those who validate the so-called region, they say Southeast region, South-South region. We've made it very clear during our yesterday town hall meeting in the United States. Those South-South region, Southeast region is complete fake. There is nothing like South-South. Our position in the map is not South-Southeast, it's not South-South. Our position in the map of Niger area, as the British Fulani continue to change demography, remain in the south of Nigeria, of Niger area. So those who have paraded themselves as educated people in Nigeria, I do not know whether they didn't do what they call geography. And I start to be corrected. If you go to the map of Nigeria, the Biafra land is in the south, not in the southeast. But we assume that when we say southeast, people already know the people that are being referred to. But from the map of Nigeria, we are not from the southeast. We are from the south. Complete core south. And then you go to the, everybody knows, you know, they say south-south. There is nothing in the map called south-south. Everybody knows that. Yet, Nigeria continue to present it even to the international community where they want to address some certain people. They say they're from the south-south Nigeria. And in the book of geography, in the map, there is nothing like South-South. Everybody knows that. Yet, they invented it. And all this is targeted at making sure that Biafra is destroyed, our identity, who we are, the value system, our nation, our freedom, our future is destroyed. But today, I can assure you that they have failed. So, fellow Biafrans, what I wanted to do was to just create the awareness again today as we move very close to 29th day of this month of May, which the sit at home will start. But again, as I was coming here, I haven't gotten the brief from the Electoral Commission of the Biafra de facto government that the voting altogether today, as at today, is over 10 million votes with evidences. I was very dumbfounded. And that changed everything about what I'm about to do this evening. So, fellow Biafra, you know, when we are doing this, some of them, they say, don't listen to them, don't follow them, who is backing the referendum. We don't need anybody to back the referendum. We don't need anybody to support the referendum. All we need is you to support it. It is only you who can give yourself freedom. It is only you who can take the freedom from the oppressors. It is only you who can influence your own freedom, nobody else. So you don't wait for somebody to come and carry a gun to kill your enemy. No. Today we are doing it. And at the end of the day, what Biafrans are doing today will become history. And many nations will want to copy it. Just watch and see. That is the reason why they want to tell you, for those of us who are the faces of this struggle and the liberation of Biafra, they tell you, come to Nigeria, and they have even refused to understand that we don't even validate Nigeria in the first place. So why would I come to Nigeria? We don't validate Nigeria. They should be telling me, for a start, come to Biafra land, and I will have something to answer to them. It is by choice. And also, this is a modern society, is a global village. We choose and design what works for us. And we choose how we fight against our enemies. You don't dictate how we fight. If we choose that we are going to fight our enemy from their side, we will fight it from their side. Irrespective of whatever you do, we will stay outside and fight. Because you don't dictate how we fight our enemy. You are not part of the fight in the first place. So, I listened to one of the broadcasts made by one Aisha Yusuf, where she was ranting about, oh, that one in Finland, how Mazen Nnamdi is angel. Oh, she was, against him before, and Mazen Nnamdi is not violent. How that one in Finland is the violent one. Oh, how she's blaming the government of Finland, how she's blaming the Nigeria government, and all this blah, blah, blah. But these are the people who pushed people to Lekki Toll Gate. Was it about Biafra? How many people died in Lekki Toll Gate? That girl, or that woman called Aisha, was one of those in the forefront of Lekki Toll Gate protest. They call it NSAS. She was carrying placard. Hey, Nigeria, hey. She was carrying placard, and she pushed many people to die. Today, all of them have been forgotten. Simon Ekpa was not part of it. Right? Undocumented killing in Lagos took place in Lagos, Abuja, and Benin, and other parts of Nigeria. And they were in the forefront of the protest that led to the death of many innocent people who actually was very naive and gullible. Because if they knew that they were going to die for Nigeria, I don't think they would go into protest. But Aisha Yusuf was one of those who were spearheading that particular protest. Today, all the people that died, Nigeria claimed people did not die, but there was a mass burial of over 1,000 people in Lagos. Aisha is now running her mouth as an activist. But other people have died out of our stupidity because they don't understand what Nigeria is all about. They don't understand that Nigeria is all terrorism. It's all about terrorism. What they do is if you rise up, they use guns and bullets to suppress you. And if you don't take care, you're gonna die for it. And we said, enough is enough. You can't kill people who just want to be free from you. And then you turn around to call those who want to defend themselves that they are violent. So, my fellow Biafrans, this particular video was made 2 hours ago. Somebody sent it to me. I don't know her page. I don't know. Somebody sent this, and I want to play it, and then I will make a comment because it is very necessary. The narrative of that you are violent and violent is something that we don't even care what they say. But at the end of the day, ask yourself, who is the violent one? Is it the Biafra people who are just sitting at home and they're getting killed? Nigeria are getting agitated because the Biafra people are no longer loyal to their government. And then for that reason, they carry gun and start killing people. And then the people decided to defend themselves. They turn around and say, you are a violent one. Who is the one that is violent? The records are there. Before Simon Ekpa became the Prime Minister of Biafra, a lot of thousands of people have been killed, including those that have been abducted and are continue to detain them. And the people that have enforced their disappearance are in tens of thousands. Simon Ekpa was not even in Biafra struggle as there when this killing were taking place. So, and what do you call that? Do you call it violence or do you call it romance for the citizens who believe that they no longer be accepted and belong to Nigeria? I want everybody to listen to this woman.
The right to arrest anybody because they are coming to agitate that they want to secede or they want their own country. Nobody has the right to arrest anybody for peaceful demonstration and all of that. And then over time, even before the violence, they started the what do you call this thing? At the stay at home. I think it was after Nnamdi Kanu was arrested or so they started it.
You didn't hear that? She said before the violence, they started the sit at home. This is how they distort fact. Before the violent, they started to sit at home. That's a complete lie. You know, sometimes why I'm just trying to make references to this is that because I'm no longer do analysis of videos. We don't have that time anymore. But when the time permits me, I will be doing this very, very often, once in a while. But the time does not permit me. But this is very, very important. When they are changing this narrative, telling these lies, that because we started to sit at home before the violent, I don't know, ask her, when people were killed, over 200 were killed in cold blood in Aba, in the school. Was Simon Ekpa part of it? What do you call that? Do you call it romance of Biafra people by the Nigeria state? Or do you call it terrorism against Nigeria, against Biafra people? What do you call that? When they were massacred in Mpo for just carrying flag, do you call it citizens palliative? What do you call that? And this has been happening, including the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, followed with subsequent killing and massacre of the Biafra people after he was kidnapped in Kenya. What do you call that? We were seeing them burning even people inside their own car in Biafra land. What do you call that? Who does that? It is only terrorists that does that. Kill people, burn them inside car. I want you to listen.
Stay at home. There was one stay at home that was staged. I think it was it 2018? I'm not sure now what it is. But Buhari had gone to commission a project in a particular state in the southeastern part of the country, and people didn't come out like, oh, that's wonderful. That's a way of sending a message. Stay at home, you know. Stay at home is also a form of protest. But in any protest or in anything, you don't abuse it. You don't abuse the whole system. To the extent they now arrested, you now started with, oh, people must not come out every Monday. Are you okay? They are first of all killing you. They are first of all doing everything against you. And then you want to kill the economy of your own region.
Are you hearing that? She said they are first of all killing you. They are first of all destroying you, and now they want to kill the economy of your own region. That is exactly people with senseless, people that are very, very senseless. She acknowledged the fact that firstly, they were killing you, and all she wanted you to do is to chicken out the way they chicken out from the protest, from the EndSARS protest that led to hundreds of deaths. They pushed these children, innocent children, to the street in Lagos. They were all slaughtered, and nothing happened till today. Her life moves on. She became a hero. She became a hero of EndSARS. She became an activist that she can now grant interview after many hundreds of people, innocent people who are very, very gullible and naive, died in the street of Lagos. And so all she wanted is that once Nigeria army, terrorist army, bring their weapon, kill as many as possible, everybody should just go home and keep quiet. Listen. And of course, what we have done differently is that those who think that Biafra, you can do anyhow you want against Biafra people, it is no longer business as usual.
EKPA, whatever it is that he comes because he said, I don't blame me that one, I blame Nigeria. First of all, I blame Nigeria and his foreign policies and whatever, and now comes because he said, I don't blame me that one, I blame Nigeria. First of all, didn't have control anymore. You see that Simon EKPA, whatever it is that he comes because he said, I don't blame me that one, I blame Nigeria. First of all, I blame Nigeria and his foreign policies and whatever, and I also blame Finland and his foreign policies because I don't see how that guy is still enjoying in Nigeria, in Finland, and then he's causing so much mayhem in Nigeria.
Are you hearing that? She blamed Nigeria foreign policy. She blamed Finland. She don't know how that guy will be in Finland enjoying himself and be causing mayhem in Nigeria. Ask this smelling idiot who caused the mayhem that led to the death of hundreds of Nigerians in the state of Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, Onitsha, Benin, and so many places. Was it Simon EKPA? She was the one who caused the mayhem. At least there are many evidences of the people massacred in their cold blood during the EndSARS protest. Was that not enough mayhem? She's still gallivanting in Nigeria today. Nobody has arrested her because she is not fighting for the betterment of people or less privileged and those indigenous people in Nigeria. She's part of the Fulani Caliphate. So she can cause the mayhem by organizing the protest that led to death of hundreds of people, and she has not defended any of them. Nigeria government, there is no consequences for killing hundreds of Nigerians in the streets of Lagos for EndSARS protest, which she was part of the pioneer. What mayhem is worse than that? In fact, our self-defense in Biafra land have not even been discussed by the, many foreign media like the CNN, BBC, but the EndSARS protest, which they pioneered, was a global talk. The massacre was heavy, but look at her telling somebody that is in Finland causing mayhem. Which mayhem I have caused that is worse than what they have done to innocent people who actually did not know what they were doing in the street, who actually did not know that Nigeria is a death trap to anybody who want to protest for civil rights and for their own right in the street of Nigeria. They did not educate the people. They didn't know anything about how Nigeria terrorist state work, that a terrorist state is a state that doesn't allow any kind of civil movement to rise up. They will suppress you with guns and bullets. And after they have killed few people, many people will run away. And that will be the end. So those who will be in the forefront carrying flag, oh, Aisha Yusuf is part of us. Oh, you carry flag and you get killed. Bam, bullet to hit you. Aisha will run back to her husband. And the next thing is she will be on her YouTube channel explaining how Nigeria is this, or Nigeria is that. And then tomorrow they will invite her. Oh, you were part of those who organized this protest. How did it go? Oh, Nigeria is evil. We can't continue like this. And you are dead already. Gone forever. That is the worst death ever. Listen to her.
I've seen now that a lot of people no longer romanticize when that whole thing was started in terms of the attacks and everything. Initially, some people were happy. oh yes, they are going after. I said when they go after the bad ones, they come after you. You said they are going after the bad ones, right? When they go and finish going after the bad ones, they'll come after every one of us.
Oh, they are scared. They are scared that the Biafra Liberation Army, after going after the bad ones, they will come after all of us. I do not know what she is thinking. Is she a Biafra? It's part of the saboteur. She is scared. Her concern now is not about, freedom. Her concern now is what is going to be the aftermath of the freedom. That when the Biafra Liberation Army have gone after the bad ones, and she knows what is the bad one, which is the Nigeria Terrorist Army, that once they have gone after them, they will come for them. Tell this woman that Biafra Liberation Army does not go after civilians. It doesn't go after those who don't come against us. We are defending ourselves against gun-wielding terrorists in uniform called Nigeria Army Police, and every uniform and gun carrying under Nigeria government within Biafra land. These are the people who have killed us for ages, who also killed her own people that she organized to protest in the streets of Nigeria. So these are the people we are going after. We're not going after innocent people that we ought to be protecting. We want to live exemplary life, how a nation should be. And that is why today you see Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Defense Forces, when they find you that you don't have anything to do with the killings of Biafra, you will go free. The evidences are everywhere. Listen to her.
Violence is violence and must never be encouraged in any way. No.
Violence is violence and must not be encouraged in any way. Exactly what the Biafra people are doing. You don't bring violence to Biafra land, kill Biafra people, and then when they begin to defend themselves, you begin to say they are violent. Isn't that stupidity?
Because initially there were some. Now I see the same people that were abusing me when we were saying that, look, this thing, what is happening in the southeast was the way Shekau and who was the other one, Mohammed Yusuf. So there are two people, just like Mohammed Yusuf and Shekau. Mohammed Yusuf was the head of Boko Haram, but he wasn't the violent. Shekau, okay. So like what we also have with Nnamdi Kanu at this time or EKPA. Nnamdi Kanu, I don't think it doesn't look like a violence. Okay. He just wants to be called on that, to be raised.
Are you hearing that? Nnamdi Kanu is a priest. He doesn't want violence. She is now comparing me with Shekau, or what is it called? What is it, Yusuf, or whatever. And these are the people, when they are killing Biafrans, they will be on social media laughing at them. Hey, you people think you can just go and protest. They were laughing. They killed, we posted on social media, we cry, and nobody listened to us. They were all laughing at us. Today, the table has turned around. Everybody is crying, all of them. They are crying because we have been able to defend ourselves against a terrorist state. Listen.
What do they keep? Is it kebab? What do they kebab or whatever? That Jewish thing on his head, put his wife gifts, and other people will not be kneeling down, kissing his feet, kissing his leg, and all of that. Like that one. But you see that one, I don't know as I would say describe, but what he resemble, that one they want to do the violence, they do all sorts of things. So the same way with Mohammed Yusuf and Shekau, and so what Shekau turned that whole region with. Initially, of course, that's why when I see some people say that, oh, there were people who were supporting Boko. Yeah, they were, because they were fighting for the rights of the people then. From fighting for the rights of the people, they started killing the people. That's what violence does. And that's why when I see people who, when they're talking of protest, they want to do violence. I said, violence will never take you anywhere. It might give you adrenaline, but it derates your message. You no longer find favor with the people because you need the people's support. Whatever, if you say you're fighting for the people and you don't get their support, not supporting as they must support you, but the fact that they can easily.
Now that is the narrative, the wrong narrative they want you to believe. And that's actually, brought the message I have come with today on this space. They are talking about the people are no longer, look at it, 10 million votes. Yesterday, we were at 6 million. Only today, sit at home on Monday, 4 million votes added from the 40 states.
And by Dalolino, only if Konisi, when I saw any many rock on Pasinketa, as a Copasinketa Malo no more. I think which by 0. dịka o si dị dịka ị nụrụ ife Biafran Prime Minister kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ ọzọ dịka ibe ya bụ ihe bụ Igbo midia ka anyị sikwa wee na-ewetara nnukwu ozi ya dị oke mkpa. Gịnị ka ị nwere ikwu gbasara maka ya bụ ife? Kabara oke drọpụra your comment, your own suggestion n'ihe ndị anyị na Biafran Prime Minister kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ. Thank you so much and stay tuned at Igbo Media. Daalụ ụmụnne m, kemesịa.